morning routine. Chef Aleks, Bubble.
Decided. It's a good way to get the stress out of the way. Be present, most importantly. We're gonna roast some pistachios, which is what this country is famous for, especially south. We bought a kilo of pistachios, raw pistachios, but I think they were not preserved well and they're kind of moldy almost. Not really, but they taste off. So we're gonna roast them, unfortunately, but it's still a good option instead of throwing them away or not eating them. So we put salt, Italian salt, which is sale, novo sale, not just sale, black pepper, which is pepper nero, and of course, because in Italy you always have to have balsamic, no commercial, balsamic vinegar. We did that. Maybe a little bit more salt, and then I will do my favorite exercise. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Okay. Lora was a bit stingy with the black pepper. We need a bit more black pepper.
I just started cooking.
I know. I know, I'm just teasing you. A little more of this, not much. And then, abracadabra. This is the best part. You mix it in. You give it in, and then you feel the salt in your hands, and the vinegar is kind of itching. But then you start smelling how the nuts are taking it all in. Smell. Vinegar and pepper and salt. I've been craving something salty since last night. Chips. But we didn't find anything open. So I'm gonna make my own salty stuff here. Lora Bubble will be excited when it's all ready. Now, typically I'll put a bit of flour because the flour helps it get the stuff to stick to the nut. But in this case, it's with shell. So if you put flour, it doesn't make any sense. But if it was already open, peeled, then we could do that. And then I've put the oven on Candy. I love the name of the oven. It's Candy. I don't care if it's commercial or not. I love the name. I put the candy on both sides, top and bottom. If I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Cooking.
And I've done it on 125 degrees centigrade, not Fahrenheit, on low fire, because it takes a little longer, but the nuts get roasted more equal, right? And then you don't have to be worried about them burning quickly, right? So you always want to roast them on low fire. And now I'm going to put a timer of 10 minutes, or maybe 15. The first 15 is okay. And then every 2-3 minutes I'm going to start flipping them, turning them, stirring them, And in about half hour-ish, we should have some roasted nuts, which you see a photo.
And this is Aleks Bubble cooking on 3 fronts. First front. What is this, love?
Whole grain rice, organic whole grain rice, short grain, that we are gonna cook to take with us. Lora is thinking it's gonna fit in the green container to go, because we're gonna be out all day long. We live far from everything here up on the hill, so we prepare good food with us. Then we're making some whole grain
Second.
pasta, combination of linguine, I think, or just spaghetti, and I don't know
Can you show
what
a
this
little
is.
bit more? It's so beautiful.
What is this called? These curly things. They're called also organic and whole grain. Rustice. Forget what it says 5 minutes. They're like raw in 5 minutes, these Italians. I cooked them for 12, 13. They're still a bit al dente. And then finally,
The third front.
third one is a salty snack, which we are working on here. Oh, it's starting to smell, so we gotta be extra careful now. Do you smell it, love? Starting to smell, so we can burn them pretty quickly here. Gotta really be careful here. Watch it, it's... Oh, sorry. Most of what it smells is the shells. They're getting roasted. That's why it smells. We upped the oven pretty good, so.
Try this. I like it.
But it's not crunchy. I want crunchy. So we'll wait a little longer. Alright. Everything is kind of, I think everything will be ready at once. You know, one of those things. And you're kind of like circling around the table. When is it going to be ready? Meanwhile, we have lots of flies as friends. This is our vegetable. You gotta do what you gotta do. This is the last thing we have.
So-
A can of corn.
Yes.
But still vegan, still healthy, still whole grain stuff, still feeling amazing.
Well, keep watching so you can see the whole 3 dishes that my lovely, unbelievably cute and great chef is doing for us to be healthy and happy.
Because it's rice with coconut butter. That's what it is. And then I put black pepper. It's mandatory. A good amount of black pepper. A little bit of salt. And let's see how it tastes. When it's melting the coconut butter, you can start smelling the rice with cocoa butter. The only thing is missing, I'll put a bit of cheese if I had. I would. And then you can easily make it into a risotto. Your own kind of risotto. Homemade risotto. The only problem is you gotta eat it hot. We're not gonna eat it hot because we're going. Now this is for this. Where are the things? I'll come back to that in a second here. It's already melted. See.
A little bit more salt.
Needs a little more salt. Now with whole grain rice, the thing to remember is that you're always gonna have a bit of crunchiness, right? It's okay because it has the brown shell on outside. It's not white rice. Tiny little bit more and we're good. And we'll let Lora Bubble taste it too. Okay, Lora Bubble, come taste a little bit. Is it good?
It's amazing.
That should be good.
Yummy.
Okay, that was number 2.
Number 2 is ready. It's time for number 3.
We'll keep it warm. And now number 3. Let's see how we're doing here. I put it back because it's my meal. I can do that. Don't do that when you cook for somebody else. Okay, we can turn it off. And the best part is eating it, which is coming up. Actually, here we have the hard part of draining the water. There's no good colander, I think it's called. What's it called? Where you drain the pasta. So we'll kind of dump first the big stuff, and then I'll show you the trick here. In a moment. Stay Stay. Good. Almost dumped it out. I'm gonna help myself a little bit here.
Do you need a hand?
I think I'll be able to manage it. Let's see. I'll drain out the water.
Looks perfect.
Pretty good. And Lora, Bubble, and I will eat from one plate. There we go. Salute. Okay. 3 out of 3.
Perfect. 3.
So here, most important ingredient. So put a little bit of salt. Okay. A little bit of black pepper. This is okay. We put kind of the same spices, but that's all we got here, you guys. We gotta work with what we got. And then organic olive oil. You gotta put a good amount of this. Don't be shy on the organic olive oil. Then we have a little more for another salad. And that's about it. And then we have the flipping. Yeah, this is how it should look. You gotta have a good amount of olive oil. That's all it is. That's your sauce. Olive oil, salt, black pepper, and some spice you like. If you like oregano, we don't have oregano. If you like savory, whatever spices you like, you can add. I like black pepper, salt, and olive oil. It's the best combination, but good amount of olive oil. And let it soak a little bit. Let it soak the olive oil a little bit. And then you taste and you check to see how it is on salt. A little more. On olive oil it's good. You saw the pool of olive oil at the bottom, so we're good on that. And the pasta is great of soaking in oil. So, and this is whole grain pasta, you guys. This is goody. This is good stuff. This is organic whole grain pasta, which we bought, which is ridiculously cheap. So don't be fooled that the good food is always expensive. This was like €1.50 for half a kilo of organic whole grain pasta. So not only it tastes very rich, but it's also really good to go into the bathroom, isn't it, Lora Bubble? Okay, time to eat.
And show us the number 1, which is outside.
Nuts.
Yes.
Alright, you put them in. We roasted some pistachios. We got some rice food to go, and then pasta.